Well, good day, everybody. This is Jim Willis, managing member of Southport Financial in Southport, Connecticut. Happy to see you today. You know, we try to not date these little talks that we have, but today is a pretty special day, so I'm going to date it. Today is the day of the inauguration of our 46th president. And we're pretty proud of our country, everybody here, that we've managed to, with squabbles and other things, make it through to this inauguration. And also, folks, while I'm waving the flag, let me just mention that Southport Financial is veteran owned. And we're pretty proud of our country and pretty proud of all that our country does to assist and work together for housing the people that live in the United States. It's pretty amazing. I've traveled all over the world, and when I see the way that people live outside the United States, it's really kind of amazing how well we live. A substandard housing here, excuse me, might be pretty palatial in a lot of places in the world. And it's possible because we have a working relationship with government and the private sector. One of the big things that almost anybody, we're in the commercial real estate business and mostly multifamily, one of the ways that the government is involved that's an enormous help is Freddie and Fannie. They provide financing to developers and multifamily owners and the like at very affordable rates, which allows us to get a good return for our investors while at the same time keeping rents low for the renter. Now, those programs are widely available. And it's not only on the federal level. We participate and have participated in programs on a state level in some states. And well, for example, we bought a property, a brand new property in Augusta, Georgia, that had a state loan grant. It was called an industrial revenue bond that provided the financing for the property. Now that property was, as I said, brand new, and it was not a low-income property. It was a very, very nice Class A property. But the industrial revenue bond provided that a certain number of units would be set aside for lower-income people. That's pretty standard stuff. So working with the state, we got a lower interest rate, so our investors would do better. And at the same time, lower income people had an opportunity to rent affordable apartment. And as I said, that's pretty standard stuff. We participated in programs like that in many other states as well. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about was, and I'm going to have to refer to some notes here because we've had so many properties, I tend to get them mixed up from time to time. We had invested in Woodrow Wilson Apartments in Amsterdam, New York, which is typically outside of where we invest. We like the Southeast, and Amsterdam, New York is up near Albany. That's not really by any stretch the Southeast, but it was a government subsidized property, and through an affiliate, we invested on behalf of a group of investors that were seeking tax shelter from earned income. Now, the way the government likes to do that is the government says, okay, if you will offer housing at a discount, we'll give you a tax break. Now, the beauty of that is it doesn't cost the taxpayer or the government anything. The private sector puts the cash, the money in, they get a break in their taxes, but it provides for low-income housing, or lower-income housing in some cases. But the property in Amsterdam, Woodrow Wilson, it was a highly successful investment for the investors. Very successful. You're going to be amazed when you hear how great it was. And almost immediately when we bought it, it started returning tax benefits worth several times the amount of money that the investors put in. And it was right from the get-go, it was a winner. Now, the property came to us from the New York State Urban Development Corporation, or it was later called the Empire State Development Corporation, because they recognized us, Southport Financial, as uniquely qualified to own and operate this property. And it was, it's not unusual that we've been asked to do these things. I mean, we have entities, investors, and individuals and corporations from all over the world that come to us and ask us to either own, joint venture, operate, or manage assets here in the United States because we know how to do it. During the holding period of Woodrow Wilson, Southport negotiated a $600,000 grant from HUD and Department of Energy. And we purchased and installed energy-efficient doors and windows throughout the property. It was not only providing lower income, but we provided a better living environment. And in 2016, we heard about a new program allowing partial rent subsidies for apartment properties, and we applied for more comprehensive subsidies, even tried to make the program better. We retained a highly regarded law firm, Nixon Peabody, nationally known law firm, to help us work with housing and urban development, HUD. And we were one of the very first properties in the nation to obtain project-based Section 8 status. This award that we got guaranteed that Woodrow Wilson would have reliable income and cash flow going forward. So it provided for a good quality property and a good investment. Because you need the private dollars, you need the investment dollars in these properties. As a result of that grant, we were able to compete for and win one of the very scarce 9% tax credit allocations from HUD. We were one of the few in the nation. With that in hand, we were able to arrange new debt, new equity, and new financing. And we put together a package, selling it to a local investor developer, giving our investor group an internal rate of return. Get this, you got to get this. The internal rate of return for our investors was better than 50%. Now, friends, we almost never talk about investment returns above 50% because they're almost unheard of. We've done it on more than one occasion. Doesn't happen often, but we've been able to do it. This particular transaction was unusually complicated right from the start to the finish. But providing our expertise in the multifamily business and our ability to deal with people on many different levels, right from local politicians to the senators to Congress people to HUD, we were able to get this done and provide quality housing for these wonderful people in New York State. Now, Southport Financial, when I say that we're uniquely qualified, Southport Financial, for example, we gave or co-sponsored seminars at the White House and in Boston for Opportunity Zone, which brought billions of dollars into blighted areas and troubled areas in the United States. We were a part of that program. As I mentioned before, we have investment groups from all over the world that come to us for advice and for our services. So again, it's a great day to wave the flag, and that we don't get political here, but we recognize the wondrous nature of this country in providing great housing for the people that live in the United States. We'll see you again soon, folks. It's always good to visit with you. Good day.